Hi there! I'm the Declutter Homemaker. I love small tricks that make cleaning feel lighter, and the best part, they're actually working in my own home. If your home feels full of stuff of noise of to-dos that never end, you're not alone. I used to believe that once I had the right system, everything would fall into place. But what actually helped was changing how I thought about clutter in the first place. I stopped waiting for a free weekend to fix the whole house and started making small, honest shifts that gave me more space to breathe. Less stress, fewer piles, and more peace even on the busiest days. And today I'm sharing 10 tips I wish I'd figured out sooner, simple ideas that helped me create a home that's easier to live in, not just look at. Let's start with the first one. One of the easiest ways to start decluttering, especially when your brain feels overloaded, is to look for things that are already expired. No big decisions, no guilt, just quick yes or no answers. This includes stuff like old spices, out-of-date skincare, or papers that don't serve any purpose anymore. I didn't always do this. I used to start decluttering with clothes, and let me tell you, that's the fastest way to end up sitting on the floor surrounded by piles, second-guessing everything. Clothes carry emotion, but checking expiration dates, that's emotion-free. It's yes or no toss or keep. I actually got this tip from a friend. She told me, when my house feels out of control, I clean out the medicine cabinet. It makes me feel like I've done something useful without draining my energy. And she was right. The first time I tried it, I cleared an entire bathroom drawer in 15 minutes. No emotional drama, just a little pile of empty lotion tubes, expired sunscreen, and headache pills that had somehow turned to powder. It felt doable. Now I do this almost monthly. I've made it a habit to check one small area at a time, the fridge door one day, the bottom of my purse the next, or that basket by the front door where receipts go to die. And the best part, these quick wins always make me feel more motivated to move on to the next thing. Here's how I handle it. I keep a small trash bag nearby, and anything clearly expired goes in right away. If I'm unsure, I give myself 5 seconds to decide. If I still hesitate, it goes. Simple as that. Sometimes I even put on music or a podcast and make it a no-brainer task for the end of the day. So yeah, if you're feeling stuck, this is the easiest place to start. Just toss the expired stuff. No guilt, no big decisions. It's such a quick win, and it honestly feels amazing. Try it today. Pick one spot like your bathroom drawer or the spice rack and see what expired junk is hiding in there. And let me know in the comments what's the weirdest expired thing you found. I've definitely had some surprises. Before we jump into tip 2, here's something to keep in mind. If you ever feel stuck and don't know what to declutter next, the next video is going to be perfect for you. It's a practical list of items you can let go of today. No guilt, no big decisions. Just clear simple things that make your space feel better fast. Make sure to hit subscribe so it shows up right when you need it. All right, back to today's video. Let's move on to tip number 2. Tip number 2 is to limit your sentimental items to one small box. This one took me a while to actually do, and even longer to admit I needed it. For the longest time, I kept sentimental stuff everywhere. Notes from high school baby socks, random keychains, from trips a necklace I never wore but felt weird about letting go. It was all in different drawers, bins, folders tucked around the house like tiny emotional landmines. One day I opened a closet and realized I wasn't storing memories, I was storing guilt. That's when I set this rule for myself. If it's sentimental, it has to fit in one small box. That's it. That's the limit. Not a bin, not a drawer, not 5 maybe piles. One box. The first time I tried this, I pulled out everything that felt too special to throw away. I sat on the floor, made some tea, and honestly, I felt kind of overwhelmed, so I made it simple. I picked up each item and asked, would I want to show this to someone one day if, it went in the box? If not, it didn't. And it's funny, once I gave myself a boundary, it actually felt freeing. I didn't have to decide whether something was important enough forever, just whether it was box-worthy right now. Now I have one box, just a shoebox-sized container, and everything sentimental lives there. And the weird thing, I treasure those items even more now. They're not buried in clutter. I know where they are. I actually look at them. If you need a sign to finally sort through those memory piles, this is it. Set a 10-minute timer, grab a box, and just start. You've got this. Tip number 3 is one I keep coming back to when life feels chaotic. It's the 10 things a day rule. Every day, just deal with 10 items. That's it. There was a season when I felt like clutter was everywhere: the kitchen, the closets, even my car. And the thought of doing a full clean out, it honestly made me want to lie down and scroll my phone instead. So I gave myself permission to think smaller. One morning, while clearing the counter, I counted 1 broken pen, 1 receipt, a cup I never used, 2 mismatched lids, and a few random papers. That was 10. I tossed or put them away, and it felt like a win. Not a dramatic makeover, just a forward motion. Since then, I've used this rule on the busiest weeks. I don't need a whole afternoon. I just need 10 things. Some days it's 10 items from the junk drawer. Other days it's emails I've been avoiding or stuff in my car door. It still counts. This tip didn't come from a book or expert, just trial and error. I needed a way to build momentum without feeling like I had to overhaul my whole house. And surprisingly, those 10 things a day, they add up fast. It's 70 things a week. That's a whole shelf. That's breathing room. So if decluttering feels like too much right now, make it simple. Just 10 things every day. You can do that while waiting for the pasta to boil. Just think, if you start today, you'll be 10 things lighter by bedtime. And that's something to feel good about. Tip number 4 is to create a let's see box of space for all the things you're not ready to decide on yet. This one saved me from so much overthinking. You know those items that aren't quite useful, but also don't feel easy to let go. For me, it was a scarf I hadn't worn in years, but kept just in case, a vase I never displayed, but felt guilty donating, and a pair of jeans I used to love but hadn't fit into since pre-baby days. Every time I tried to declutter, I'd get stuck on those items. I'd freeze, hesitate, and then end up keeping everything just to avoid the discomfort. So now I have a simple rule if I'm unsure it goes in the let's see box. I don't have to make a final decision today, I just have to move it out of my main space. Here's how I do it. I label a cardboard box let's see, and put it somewhere out of sight, like the back of the closet or under the bed. I give myself 2 or 3 months. If I don't go looking for anything in the box during that time, that's my answer. I didn't miss it. I didn't need it. Honestly, most of the time I forget what's even in there. The first time I opened one of these boxes, after a few months, it was like seeing someone else's random clutter. I ended up donating almost all of it without the stress I had felt before. This trick is great because it lets your brain and emotions catch up to the decluttering process. You're not forcing a decision, you're giving it space. So if you're stuck on a pile of maybe stuff, try this. Create a let's see box. No pressure, no final decisions today. Just a quiet little parking lot for all the things you're not sure about yet. And hey, when the time comes to revisit it, you'll probably wonder why you kept half of it in the first place. Let me know if you try it. I'd love to hear what ended up not making the cut. Tip number 5 is a big one. Let go of the guilt. Not everything you keep is useful, and not everything you let go of is wasteful. That shift took me a long time to really accept. I used to hold on to things simply because I felt bad. A blouse I never wore but spent too much on. A kitchen gadget I wanted to love but used once. Gifts from people I care about that just weren't right for me. And I'd think, well, I can't give it away. It was expensive. Or it was a gift they meant well. But every time I saw those items, I didn't feel grateful, I felt heavy. Like I was carrying this quiet pressure to make them useful just so I wouldn't feel guilty. One day while decluttering, I looked at a fancy salad spinner that had been sitting untouched for over a year. It was bulky, hard to clean, and honestly, I just buy pre-washed greens. I realized it wasn't the spinner that was taking up space, it was my guilt about not using it. That's when I changed my question. Instead of asking, was this a good purchase? I started asking, does this serve me now? And if the answer was no, it went. I've learned that the guilt doesn't go away when we keep the item. It just sits there quietly, reminding us of a decision we regret. But when you let it go, the guilt goes with it. So now when I come across something I feel guilty about, I gently remind myself the money is already spent. The kindness of the gift is already received. I don't have to carry the object forever. Letting it go doesn't erase the value it once had, it just makes space for what matters now. If you're holding on to something just because you should, maybe today's the day to finally release it. You don't owe anything to an object that doesn't serve your life anymore. Tip number 6 is to sell the things you no longer use, especially if they're still in good shape. It's not just about the money. It's about feeling like you're getting something back, a bit of closure, a little win, maybe even a sense of relief. I used to feel weird about selling my stuff. I thought, who would even want this, or is it worth the hassle? But then I tried listing a barely used baby swing on Facebook Marketplace, and it sold in under 2 hours. The mom who came to pick it up was so sweet. She thanked me 3 times, and I walked back inside with cash in my hand and a clear corner in my living room. Win-win. Since then, I've sold baby gear, a dining chair set, a barely used blender, and even a set of curtains. And honestly, each sale feels good. It's not about making back what I spent. It's about seeing something I didn't need go to someone who does. Here's where I usually post things. Facebook Marketplace. Local secondhand groups, especially mom groups. They move fast. Community, buy sell pages, consignment apps. If I want to sell clothes or baby items, I keep a sell basket near the entryway, and once it fills up, I take photos of a few items and post them all at once. If something doesn't sell after a few weeks, I donate it. No stress either way, and here's the truth, once you sell one thing, it gets easier. You start seeing clutter as potential, not just stuff you have to deal with, but stuff that could be helping someone else and giving something back to you. So if you've got items you're not using, but they're still in good condition, try selling them. You don't need to make a fortune, just enough to feel like you've cleared space and made a little gain. What's one item you've been meaning to sell but keep putting off? Tell me in the comments, and maybe this is the push to finally post it. Tip number 7 might save you money and stress. Don't buy baskets, bins, or shelves before you actually finish decluttering. Trust me on this, I've learned the hard way. There was a time when I thought getting organized meant heading straight to the store. I'd pick up cute wicker baskets matching plastic tubs, drawer dividers, thinking this is it, this is the solution. But guess what? I was just organizing clutter neatly. I remember one weekend I bought 3 big storage containers for our hallway closet. I was so excited, but when I got home and started pulling things out, I realized half the stuff in there was expired, duplicated, or didn't even belong in that closet. The bins, totally the wrong size. One of them ended up storing random cords for a year before I finally donated it too. Since then, I've changed how I do things. Now I declutter first, completely. I take everything out, sort through it, and only keep what I truly use or love. Once I see what's left, then I measure the space and figure out what kind of storage makes sense. Sometimes I realize I don't even need a bin. Things fit better without all the extra containers I thought I needed. And when I do shop now, it feels like a reward. Like I've earned the right to choose containers that actually serve a purpose, not just add to the chaos. So here's the reminder, organizing products aren't the starting point. They're the final touch. Don't let a trip to the store become a distraction from what really matters letting go. I've learned that less stuff makes more sense than more storage. And honestly, that feels a lot lighter. Tip number 8 is one of my favorite gentle workarounds. Take a photo before you let it go. Seriously, just snap a picture. That's it. I started doing this the day I tried to declutter my kids' preschool artwork. There were so many little handprints and stick figure family drawings, and everyone felt like a tiny emotional landmine. I didn't want to keep a whole bin of wrinkled paper, but I also couldn't bring myself to throw it all out. So I started snapping pictures. I lined them up on the floor, took a few quick shots and uploaded them to Google Drive. That way, the memory stayed, but the pile of paper didn't. I could still flip through them anytime I wanted without dragging a heavy box down from the closet. Since then, I've done it with all kinds of things. a baby blanket that was too worn to pass down, a birthday card from someone I miss, a gift that meant something once but doesn't fit my life now. The truth is, we often think we're holding on to the thing, but really we're holding on to the feeling. And sometimes a photo is enough to preserve the memory without having to keep the object itself. You can even make a little digital album just for sentimental stuff. Call it Memory Box or Things I Loved. That way, when nostalgia hits you, can revisit it without the physical clutter weighing you down. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. And taking a photo might be the small step that finally sets you free from the guilt of letting something go. Tip number 9 is a mindset shift that makes letting go feel lighter. What you no longer need might be exactly what someone else is looking for. I'll never forget the first time I donated a box of baby clothes. I'd been holding on to them for years, not because I needed them, but because it felt wrong to just give them away. So many memories, so many what-ifs. But when I dropped them off at a women's shelter, the volunteer said, "Oh, good, we really need baby stuff right now." And just like that, all the weight I'd been carrying, gone. Since then, I've donated gently used toys to family support centers, towels to animal rescues, extra cookware to a neighbor's niece who just moved into her first apartment. None of it was junk, it just wasn't serving me anymore. And here's what I've learned. When you donate with intention, you don't feel like you're losing something. You feel like you're passing it forward. You're giving your things a second life and your space a second chance. Not sure where to start? Try local places like women's shelters or domestic violence centers, refugee resettlement groups, community swap groups, or buy nothing pages, churches or local schools, even just texting a friend. Hey, do you know anyone who could use this? The goal isn't to get rid of stuff, it's to release it into the world where it can actually be useful again, not buried at the back of your closet. So if you've been on the fence about donating something, just imagine it in someone else's hands being used, appreciated, even loved. That image alone makes it easier to let go. Tip 10 is simple but powerful. The less stuff you have, the more space you get back. And I don't mean building more shelves or knocking down walls. I mean the space that's already there under the clutter. I used to think we needed a bigger house or more storage. But once I started letting go of things we didn't use, I realized the space had been there all along. It was just covered up by stuff. There was a whole chair in our bedroom I hadn't seen in months because it was always buried under laundry. I cleared it off one weekend, gave away a few things, and suddenly I had a cozy reading spot. No makeover, no spending, just less clutter. It's the same with our hallway, the top of the dresser, even the kitchen table. When surfaces are clear and the floor isn't blocked, the whole house feels lighter, like it can breathe again. And you feel it too. There's less to clean, less to move around, less pulling your focus every time you walk into a room. So if your home feels tight or cramped, start by letting go. You don't need more shelves, you need fewer things. And you might be surprised by how spacious your home already is. We've covered a lot today, and I hope at least one of these shifts felt like a deep breath to your brain and your home. Whether it's snapping a photo before letting go, giving yourself permission to pause, or just tossing 10 things a day. These aren't just decluttering tips, they're little ways of choosing ease, choosing space, choosing you. And if you're ready to keep going, I've got something special coming up, a super practical list you can tackle right away, no overthinking required. It's all about clearing quick wins that'll make your home feel lighter by tonight. But for now, just take a second to notice what feels calmer already. That little corner, that cleared drawer, that quiet sigh inside you, that's progress. That's enough for today. If this video gave you a little nudge or a new way to look at your space, I'd love it if you gave it a like, shared it with a friend who might need it too, or hit subscribe to stay connected. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.